Thank you for joining us on a Tuesday morning. Yes, it feels like a Monday, but it is Tuesday. Of course, all the ag commodity markets were closed yesterday in observance of President's Day. We're going to get everything off and rolling here on the daytime session this morning. Here to talk about it, we have Rich Nelson on the line from Allendale Incorporated. Now, Rich, we did have Globex trade last night, and that raised a few eyebrows where we had the soybean market showing some double-digit gains last night. What's up?
Big deal right now is the focus right now, of course, on Argentina. Main thing we're seeing right now is this change in the forecast. For the next 2 weeks, there's only a small spot of rain here for the top state of Cordoba. Beyond that, though, looks to be net drying lined up. And over the past 30 days, this Cordoba state has only seen about 1.6 inches of rain here over the past 30 days. Normal rain during this time is 4.8. So definitely we're going to see some concern now as we go into some of the key yield determination as far as these crops down there.
Let's take a look at the soybean prices overnight, if we could, on the Globex market here. And on the March contract, the nearby contract, we were actually up 12 3/4 cents at last check here this morning. 10.34 1/4 would be our last trade now. Boy, we have come a long ways above $10 now. May now 12 3/4 higher at 10.45 1/4, and we had July up 12 1/4 last night at 10.54 1/2. So what I hear, Rich, is the Argentina areas that have been short on rainfall were dry, but in Brazil, the areas that have been trying to get some harvesting done, they remain wet. Is that true? Maybe we lost Rich. Rich, are you still there? Maybe we lost our connection. All right, tell you what, we'll look at our other commodity prices here this morning while we're at this here. And let's go ahead and take a gander. Maybe they can get Rich back on the line here. Let's look at the corn market here and get you updated there. Let's look at the corn market where we have the March corn currently trading about 1.5 pennies higher at $3.69 this morning. Now, this would be our last trade reported on the Globex market this morning. Of course, the daytime session will get underway here at the bottom of the hour. We have the May corn showing a last rate of 3.76 3/4. That was up 1 3/4, and July was up 1 3/4. Even your new crop December was up 1 penny as well. Lots of heavy rain, I understand, in the central part of the Corn Belt over the weekend. I was talking with one analyst here early this morning. He said, well, it's been raining for 2 days. We're getting kind of tired of it already. So what an extreme that is. Looking at the wheat trade, we'll go to Chicago and Kansas City wheat overnight. Chicago was up 3 1/4 on the March this morning at 4.61, and in the Kansas City market, we have the March Kansas City wheat overnight just 1.5 pennies higher at 4.80. Rich is back with us, I understand. And Rich, on the wheat market, it sounds like the driest areas of the southern high plains, most of them missed out on the majority of rain over the weekend.
Is right. So we still have some concern about this wheat crop, and that's why we're not going to see this wheat market fall too much here today or tomorrow. Of course, we'll have to see about these rains, whether they do hit these key dry areas once it does happen. As a reminder, for the next rain lined up, looks like this Wednesday through Friday system is going to be one that we have to watch very closely here.
I know our own John Jenkinson was back in southwest Kansas over the weekend, and he said one day the wind was about 50 miles an hour out of one direction, the next day about 40 miles an hour out of the other direction. No rain at all in that area around Garden City, Kansas. So he said conditions are getting pretty dire for the wheat there. All the irrigation systems, he says, are running just to keep some moisture in the ground. Let's take a look at the cotton market overnight as well. And in the cotton, big move. The March contract was up 100 points at 76.72, and we had the new crop December actually up 9 points overnight at 75.71 per pound. All right, Rich, we will have John talking with you later on this morning, and you guys can pick up where we left off. I appreciate the time. Rich Nelson is with Allendale Incorporated. He's in McHenry, Illinois. We'll be back looking at livestock when we come back.